Welcome to Vodun Lessons with Connor and Emma. Today we'll be talking about the origin or the history of Vodun. So the Vodun roots, they go back to West African Yoruba people who lived in the 18th and the 19th century in Dahomey. That country occupied parts of today's Togo, Benin, and Nigeria. When West Africans were forcibly taken to Haiti and other islands in the West Indies as slaves, their beliefs spread.
The core god is called Loa, the god of divine being or good spirit. Some more gods are Ogwe, which is the spirit of the sea, Eze, the protector, Dambala, which is the serpent soul, and Ernile, soul of forest. All of these gods are different gods that people like to worship in their own ways. And so a lot of the voodoo religion focuses on the soul and the spirit. So voodoo believers understand the soul not as a compact unity, but divide it into two parts. The Tai Bon Ang, which is the vital spark and conscience, and the Gross Bon Ang, the individual and immortal soul, also can be equated to the ego. After physical death, it returns to the underworld of minds. Together, these parts form the mind and the soul of a living person. The Tai Bon An is a unique vital spark of a person. Without him, he cannot be alive.
Similarities with other religions. So, the Vodun practicers hold a similar role as Buddhist monks because they're not only providing spiritual protection, but also providing physiological assistance and general advice to their tribe. When people that practice Vodun, community is very, very important to them. Also, another similarity is that the Haitian voodoo incorporates Catholicism into their practices because we begin everything with God and we start by saying one of Our Father, 3 Hail Marys, and an Apostles' Creed. You need to pour out the 3 drops of water from your cup to do this in the prayer ceremony. They usually light a candle while they're doing this practice, giving the spirits the water that they need, and also inviting them to move through the water and hear our prayers. Also, another similarity would be, as this was a religion of slaves, people who weren't taught to read or write, they still practice this religion because voodoo developed after oral tradition. So there is no foundation or text that says rules about Vodun, such as the Bible, how it has that kind of written tradition, not oral. So there's no written doctrine, and it's no centralized authority too. And then customs, rituals, and beliefs are transmitted by people saying it and by successive generations by priests and priestesses.
A big misconception surrounding the voodoo culture is their belief in zombies and what it actually means. A lot of people believe that it's a very evil thing, evil concept, but actually the original Haitian zombies were not villains, but victims. Haitian zombies were said to be people brought back from the dead through magical means by priests. Sometimes zombification was done as a punishment to try and get people to obey laws and such, but often zombies were brought back from the dead to get used for like slave labor and other means of work instead of using actual people, live people. Another misconception is voodoo dolls and how they connect to this to the religion and if they're actually evil. But they're not actually evil in a sense, but they're a way of invoking the spirits to act in a certain way. So they are more like a representation of another person that is used to make an appeal to the voodoo spirits. So many people think that the little pins that are plugged into the voodoo dolls, like used in popular culture or shown in popular culture, is used to hurt the person. But the pins originally are used to put things like hair or special effects onto the dolls, or personal effects onto the dolls. And many other things were attached to the dolls to represent stuff like rose petals for love, a clover for luck, or placing it between a blue and white candle, which is for healing. This religion's main focus is on the rituals and the prayers of the many gods. This is all about receiving good things from the gods who you are praying to. Vodun believers also think the world is shared with spirits. Spirits control almost everything, so the emphasis on gods is justified by their core beliefs. This also connects to their beliefs on reincarnation. These include doing good for others and good actions to ascend to the main god of Loa. This religion is very different to the Catholic religion we've been taught the past 3 years of our high school. It was refreshing to learn something new and learn some new perspectives on the afterlife, their rituals, and their prayers. Also, some good food for thought to take away from this presentation is not to judge others for the other religions like Vodun, because in different cultures and places around the world, this is the norm. It is very easy to judge others' traditions that are different to our Western religions. Instead of being spiteful and judgmental to these unknown religions and cultures, we shall be more open and learning of understanding their beliefs, no matter how different they may be from ours.